So in order to instantly access the unconditional peace that passeth all understanding, we simply rest as this open space of awareness as which everything appears. Instead of perceptually zooming down onto a thought in our mind and a thought narrative about me and life happening to me and me trying to get somewhere, we rest as this openness, this simple screen on which the movie's playing, and we don't get completely lost in the movie. We stay perceptually open, just seeing this open space of awareness and what's appearing as the unfolding of life itself, and we are that life. So zoom out from that mental narrative, that story in the mind, and just rest as this openness of awareness, this what's appearing, this simple isness, beingness, simple presence of I amness, as which everything appears. It's a perceptual relaxing, it's a perceptual zooming out, and there you are, but you never left to begin with. You were just focusing down onto a limited thought narrative or an anxious story. And when you rest perceptually open as this openness of awareness, you may notice sensation in the body area. Quite often this discomfort that we're so often running away from into mental stories, when we zoom out, we're just simply being with what we're hearing, seeing, smelling, and these sensations in the body we feel. Sometimes this background nervousness, sometimes this tension or tightness, but underneath all those labels, just this raw physically felt sensation. Can you just stay perceptually open, this openness of awareness, at the same time as experiencing those sensations that dangle like energetic clouds in this open sky of awareness? And notice that this space of awareness as which everything appears that you are naturally allows even the thunder to pass through this space completely unobstructed with no resistance. Non-resistance is the nature of this, the nature of your true nature, which is this everythingness. So unconditional peace is simply seeing that and being and resting in that which is this. Noticing those bodily sensations, noticing how they change and morph, but they don't disturb who or what you fundamentally are, this space as which that appears. There is just simply what's appearing, that sensation, and these thoughts in the mind. But really, nothing compared to the infiniteness of the openness. Even just zooming out from the mental narrative and being with what you're hearing, seeing, and feeling in the body is a kind of expansion of attention that takes you out of that contracted, limited, anxious, grasping, needy, dissatisfied, or angry, or guilty, or shameful story, and has you honor the presence of that and honor the humanness of the one that feels in fear, of the one that feels Life is happening to me, and that I feel these emotions. This openness of awareness, this presence that you are, naturally allows that too, in a naturally loving embrace. So what would you say back to that scared child? If you're going to talk to yourself, at least do it as a loving, wise parent, caregiver, higher self, or God itself, repatterning that mind that's had so many years of conditioning, programs of fear and anxiety programmed into it, and yet it can be overwritten by information coming from a new paradigm, that you're not that limited story, that you're not that limited character, that you're not just a body and mind subject to birth and death and ultimate destruction, but transcend that. You are the spirit that transcends that, the awareness as which that appears, the awareness that can appear as anything and any dream, including the dream of this human experience, which of course we honor and engage with intelligence, having a great stewardship over our body and looking after the body, even though we know it not to be the absolute foundation of who we are. It's the vehicle by which we experience this world for this limited time. So we take good care of it, intelligently, not anxiously attached, but coming from an awakened intelligence, empowered to make the right decisions, which are really just intuitions and inspirations that come up when you're resting as this openness of ways in which to breathe, ways in which to move, ways in which to heal, to start bottoming out all this nervous energy in the body that's seemingly obscuring this peace but never really does. Because no matter how much chaos there is in this world of form, including the external appearance, including the chaotic thoughts in the mind, including any highly uncomfortable sensations in the body or pain, your true nature, this space around that, which that appears as, is undisturbed by all of that. And so it's just resting as that. So all of that can start to bottom out. All of that can start to be released. The body can start to relax. The nervous system can come from that chronically activated sympathetic fight, flight, freeze state and towards a grounded parasympathetic activation, in which you activate that sympathetic activation every so often when you're with an empowered frame approaching life and engaging with your creativity and your flow and manifestation, and yet not attached to that outcome, playing with that rather than chasing it in a desperation or need, with confidence and trust in yourself, the true self, this manifesting power, this awareness that the imagination has creative power. But its full power is only truly expressed when it's able to be exercised and fully clarified in this openness, without all the limited mind stories over the top, putting a filter on it and limiting it, allowing the imagination to fully blossom into wonderful visions of healing, of growth, of evolution, of expansion in this physical world, and yet not losing touch with your true self and your true nature as ultimately beyond it. Hope this video was a cool message. See you in the next one. Peace.